Hello guys, my name is Marcellus and this is Cash is King Education, and this is the first Zoom video that I'm doing for the whole entire, series of videos. So this is where you're going to start if you're either already have joined and are getting started because this is the first video, or you're just thinking about joining because this first video is going to be free. It's like a little trial just to see what it's like and kind of who I am, and think about it a little bit before you join up. You understand? But anyway, let's get into it. So like I said, this is Cash is King Education. I'm Marcellus, and you already know you can't spell millionaire without M. So if you want to become a millionaire, let me help you do a little ting or two. You understand? No, I'm saying. But anyway, I'm a college student. I'm a small account trader. So I trade with smaller amounts because that's just what I do. I'm in college right now. I don't be having time to sit through trades all day. I just try to get in and out, trying to make my quick little dollar. So for me, that just works for me. And I'm just slowly building up my account. So there's that. I'm 20 years young. You know what I'm saying? We ain't old yet. We still living. Grr. You can't stop a bitch like me. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I'm 20 years young. I'm Bloomberg certified. So if you know what Bloomberg is, it's a financial markets instrument thing where you can go on there, you can learn about different financial markets. I did it in school. For y'all wondering, I'm a marketing major. So I did all my business classes. And while I was doing my corporate finance, I had to do a Bloomberg certification. And it basically teaches you about equities, teaches you about different markets, foreign exchange, options. What else did it teach me about stocks, shares? So, I'm not a certified financial advisor yet, but I am getting there and I am building up my little resume, and I do know a thing or two from the white man on how to make a little coin. You understand? Using a chart or whatever. So I'm definitely here to help y'all. Um, I've been trading for about a year. Like I said, I'm a marketing major. I used to be a finance major, but then I made this switch, and I'm thinking of minoring in economics, but we'll see. Really, for me, trading is more of like a thing that I do on the side. My goal with it is to become a six-figure trader, and I'm getting there. Like this year has been really good for me. Last year, I had just started. It was my first year, and I was like losing and losing and losing, but I'm finally turning over my whole entire account. And yeah, and those being consistent is really what makes you a good trader, and I've achieved that. So even though I'm a small account trader now, eventually I already know I'm gonna be a big one. You understand? And then yeah, trader by day, bad bitch immediately after 4. Because if you know one thing about the stock market is it's closing at 4 on the dot. You ain't trading after that. So you already learned something new if you didn't know that. You understand? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. So, what is trading? What are options? So, trading is buying and selling securities for a profit or a loss. The securities being contracts. Usually, the contracts are 100 shares, and the point of options is basically, you know how one share of a stock can be like $400 if you want to trade Tesla. That's a lot, right? And even if it moves, it's like it's not really moving. You're not going to make tons of money off of that, like $1, $2 move with a share of a company. But the thing about contracts is you're trading 100 shares in those contracts. So $1, $2 move, that could be $200 if you pick the right contract in the right position. So, you know what I'm saying? It could be real easy. And also, just a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I am not telling you to go and trade and that you will make $200. That's not what this is. So don't even do it. But just before we get into it, thank you. But anyway, options are contracts sold at a discounted price and include the purchase of 100 shares of a specified stock. These contracts should be bought at a discounted price and sold at a premium. Obviously, if you buy a call, which I'll teach you about later, a call is when you feel like the market is going to go up in price. When you buy a call and it actually does go up, you basically bought it at a discount and are now selling it at the premium, because now that the price is up, there's more value. So when you sell it, it's worth more. So that's where you get your profit from. Now, if you buy a call and the price goes down, you bought it basically at a premium and sold it at a discount, and you don't want that, okay? Because That's not what you want. That's a loss. That's how you lose. And we don't want to lose this year. We want to have straight gains and straight wins. And then options can create opportunities for you, but come at a great risk and should not be traded without practice and knowledge on how the markets work. That's what I'm gonna stress to you right now. Do not really trade your money until you know how to do what it is you're doing. Know your goals, know your rules, know your expectations. Because let me tell you something, what it is not a get rich in 2 days scheme. I went into it thinking that, and it's not that. It took me a whole year. It will take everybody different amount of times, but for me, it took me a whole entire year to really work on my strategy and actually become profitable and actually be like consistently green and winning every day. But you know, depending on who you are and how you look at the market, how it works for you, and what you get from everything that you experience, it could be shorter, it could be longer. Who knows? What I do know is that these are some things that you're going to need. So when it comes down to trading, you're going to need a lot of mental strength. It is not for the weak. I'm telling you, sometimes I have to sit through losses to get to the win. And sometimes you kind of have to like really hold that contract. And he's like, damn, like, whew. You know what I'm saying? Do never trade with money that you're afraid to lose, because sometimes that's what brings on the stress. But it really does take a mental strength, because a lot of this is psychology. Your strategy could be an A+ strategy. You could use someone else's strategy. It could be amazing. But at the end of the day, your psychology is really what's important and what matters. Because let me tell y'all something. I can't tell y'all the amount of times I'm in a trade. And back when I was really a loser, I used to be in them trades. And let me tell you, I would be looking at it and it would just be going down. And sometimes it's just like liquidity, or something's doing, like it's just a little push down before it pushes up even higher. And it's like, you really got to know what you're doing in order to overcome that, because that mental strength, it be taking so much from me every day. But you also need patience. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. When you have a plan, you have to wait for your plan to execute. Trades do not come, not every move is going to be in 4 seconds. You understand? Not every move is going to be in 5 minutes. Obviously, we look for those quick high momentum moves, but sometimes you do have to sit through some things like some consolidation or some, retracement or whatever it is. So patience is a big thing. Discipline, you're going to need to be disciplined. If you want to become a good trader, let me tell you something. You need to wake up every single day and make sure you are on those charts when the market opens. Don't play no games with it. If you play games, you are not going to get to where you want to be. I wake up every single day. I've woken up every single day since I started and traded every single day. And that's why I'm starting to become successful within a year. Some people don't do that. And it's like, it's not only just about waking up and trading in the morning, but it's also just about making sure that you back test. I used to spend my whole night back testing daily. Like, it's a daily thing. You should be practicing daily and fine tuning your strategy so that it can become better. Because let me tell you something. If you do not do those things, you will not succeed, because this is not, if you are trading based off of hope and like guessing, that's not trading. That's gambling. You're gambling at that point. And that's not what we want to do. We want to have our technical analysis. We want to have our strategy. We want to have our, plan in place so that when we go into these trades, we're minimizing our risk. You're more likely to lose if you don't know what you're doing. So don't do anything if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? And then we have self-reflection. So you got to be able to self-reflect. You got to really, I'm telling y'all, trading journal. I have my trading journal. Where's it at? I have my trading journal right here in this binder. You see that? You got to be able to write down what it is you're doing in your trades, what works, what doesn't work, so that you can build off of it. If you reflect on how you trade and who you are as a trader, you not only learn so much about yourself, but you can also learn what needs to be fixed. And sometimes there be a lot that needs to be fixed, okay? Y'all be thinking y'all are patient. Y'all think y'all the angel. Y'all think y'all know everything. Y'all think y'all good and set and dandy. But in real time, in real life, you guys have issues, and trading will bring them out of you. So you really need to be able to reflect and be like, okay, so this is what I need to work on, and then work on it. Put in that effort. You know what I'm saying? It really has to do with that. And then also mindset. So you want to make sure you have that growth mindset. You want to come in here ready to win. You want to come in here ready to grow, but you cannot come in here thinking, you cannot come in here with a defeatist attitude. Because if you come in here already feeling defeated, let me tell you, your confidence is going to be lower. Your esteem is going to be lower. And guess what? You definitely need confidence when you trade. You need to be able to get in and out. If you are hesitating because you're not confident in your plan, then you should not be entering. Okay? Period. Point. If you're going to hesitate and miss the move, don't do it. Don't try to catch a move that's already happening. You need to be confident enough in your strategy to say, okay, I'm entering. Simple. Enter. Get in, get out. You understand? It's simple. It's cutthroat, but you got to have a growth mindset, and you got to be able to come in here and tell yourself every single day what it is that you're doing. I have my affirmations written right here. We even got affirmations in the Discord. So every single day that I come on here, I tell myself and repeat to myself exactly what it is I'm doing and what I'm doing it for. Because the moment you don't do that, you become subject to forgetting what it is your goal is. And guess what happens when you forget? You become lazy. You don't want to do it anymore. You're unmotivated. It really comes down to discipline, and you really got to work hard, because this shit is not a game. It gets real dangerous. Danger. So don't play with it. Don't play with it. But yeah. So, like I said, in trading, you have the possibility to make great money. But one thing I can promise is you will lose. You will lose. There's something that they call market tuition. And let me tell you something. The point of it is that a lot of traders, they either have beginner luck, and then next thing you know, they really go through this like losing period because they don't know what they're really doing, and they're still getting used to how the market moves in real time. Understanding how the market moves in real time is so important, because when you back test, you're like, oh, okay, I would have entered here and it went here and it's so quick and easy. Done. You back tested in like 5 seconds and you see exactly what happened for the whole day. But you have to remember that this is happening live. So it's happening by the minute, happening by the second. The market is moving by the second. So it's like sometimes you really do got to sit there and really just be patient and be calm, because this is not something that happens in 5 seconds. It's not getting rich quick. So it's like, that psychology comes into play. And I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, you probably will lose a couple times. But it's really all about trial and error. When you lose, you need to learn from those losses and do better the next time. That's what I can really tell you. And that's really what got me to where I am today. My strategy, when I first started it was a mess. But because of all the times that I lost and redid my strategy and revisited and retuned everything, now I'm at a strategy that I actually win with and that I actually like. And that's what you are going to need to be able to do. So like I said, you have the possibility to make great money. But one thing I can promise you is you will lose. I cannot promise that you will win. I will not promise you'll be a millionaire. I'm not promise you'll make 6 figures. But you definitely will lose, especially if you are not careful. This shit is amazing. It's a great opportunity, but it comes at risk, because any investment you do, it comes with risk. Anytime you're investing your money, there's risk. I wouldn't tell you to be scared of the market, because I'm not scared of the market. I'm gonna get in. I lost and I sat through them losses. I took my L's on my chest and I kept pushing. You know what I'm saying? I kept it pushing, and now I'm doing better. And it's like, you just have to know that eventually it comes with time. When the time is right and your time comes, you will be able to execute. And when you can execute, let me tell you, trading becomes so much fun. I fucking love it. Like, literally, it makes my like it makes my brain throb. So I love trading, and I love doing it, and it's so fun. I do it in the morning. I go to my class in the afternoon. I get my little, little check every single day. It's like a little extra side money. I use it to go out to eat when I'm going out with my friends. If I want to buy something, like I recently bought a Telfar bag. It's brown. I got a pink one and a brown one with it. So it's like, it's fun. It's fun. And I suggest compounding your account. I'm compounding too, but I had to buy myself that little one thing. You understand? But either way, yeah. I'm going to leave that where it's at. Now, some things that you're going to need. So for charting, I use TradingView. Some people use the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim charting platform. I don't use it because it's just too outdated to me. But if you want to try that, you're more than welcome to. You could go on there and figure it out. Watch some YouTube videos, whatever it is. I'm probably going to link a tutorial for TradingView in the Discord. Ooh, sorry. In the Discord, in the probably like charting 101 tab, just so that you guys can go through and watch that, because I'm not doing a trading tutorial, or not a trading tutorial, a TradingView tutorial, because it's really simple and it's on YouTube already. So you know what I'm saying? I really want to just get into teaching you how to trade, okay? So you can learn a little bit of the basics. And let me tell you something, if you don't want to learn, if you feel like, oh, I'm not doing that by myself, like that, then you're not going to make it. Because let me tell you something, trading has to do a lot with just listening to people, having experiences, learning from other people, and taking things you learn from different people and putting it all together. You're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to go out and do some learning on your own. Not everything's going to be a easy oh, someone's going to tell me how to do it and I'm going to do good. No, because I could tell you exactly what I do when I trade and you could still lose because of the fact that there's so much moving parts to it. It really takes a full transformation of your mindset. So like I said, back to what I was saying, I use TradingView, and I'm going to show y'all a little bit today and kind of like the tools that we're going to be using so you guys can have them ready. But yeah. And then I also have a TD Ameritrade account. Now that they're linked up with Schwab, it might be a little bit different process to get approved for it, but I do have a video linked in the Options 101 tab where it tells you exactly how to get approved. And that's the video that I use. So I'm gonna give it to y'all because I know it's good and it works. So there you go. If it changed because of Charles and Schwab, yikes, because I had my TD Ameritrade before that ever happened. And yeah. And then there's also other official brokers that you can use listed in the platforms tab on Discord. So if you want to go there and look, I know for international people, Interactive Brokers is a popular one, so you could try that. And then, like I said, you're going to need a strong mindset. This is not for the weak. This is not for the people who just don't want to work and don't have no effort. This is not a get rich quick. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm going to tell you it a million times. You can do very well trading options. Options is a very volatile and complex market. You could do very, very well. It's I think what they say is that it's one of the easiest, hardest ways to make money because you can make a lot of money in 1 minute, but it's so hard to get to that level where you can do it. Not to scare you, because I'm doing it. If I can do it, you could do it. But it really takes dedication and it really takes the learning and the education, and you have to put the education first. If you're only thinking about the money, it's going to get difficult. And you want to think about the actual learning process, because that's when I started doing better. I'm going to be honest. When I was first mostly worried about the money, I was like, oh, I'm going to do $400 trades every single day and I'm going to be good. It's going to make money. It's going to add up. No. What added up was them losses. And that's what you don't want. So I had to take a step back and, revisit my strategy and really focus on the education. And when I focused on the education, things started to change and get better. And now I am better. I'm healthy. My account is green. I'm green for the week. I'm consistent. I'm making wins every single day. So do that. You understand? Okay. So let's move on to the next thing. Let's see what else we have. So what we're going to learn throughout this, there's going to be different modules. I don't know how much it is going to be in total yet because I'm still making them. This is the first one. But this is going to be the basics and the starter. And then there's going to be other modules, things that are going to include like risk management, entries and exits, confirmation, support and resistance, supply and demand zones, smart money concepts and order blocks, which I'm going to show you guys how to use it and the strategy with it. And then some other strategies like Fibonacci, RSI, stuff like that. And then also just charting key levels, higher time frame analysis. I'm going to show you guys the 2-week strategy. I'll show you guys how to do the pre-market high, pre-market low strategy, and some other things that you guys will learn that I've just feel like are helpful and good to know. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Like, you're doing something that a lot of people don't be doing. Y'all are trying to get your life together. You're trying to get to where you want to be. And we are all very similar in that way when it comes to trading, is that most traders are doing it because they want to get out of their current situation and they're hustling and they're doing something that they love or they want to love that can open up plenty of doors for them. So you're already ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something that's good, strong, and even though it takes time, one day it will all come together, and you gotta have faith. You really gotta have faith and like hope and believing yourself that you could do it. And if you can do that, you will be successful, because it's really a mind game. I'm telling y'all, it's a mind game first. Before the skill, you can get the skill down. You can understand every concept, but it is a mind game. Like, it really comes down to psychology. So this is a TD Ameritrade account. Right here, this was a trade that I was actually in, but this is what it looks like when you're in the trade. This is just like a random trade that I took for the screenshot. I was having a little bit of a loss that day. I don't care. Y'all could see it. It's not that deep. You gonna lose. You gonna figure it out. But at the end of the day, you see I'm green for the day. Don't play with me. So that was in the money. That was just one contract. Usually take like a couple more contracts, but you can see the one right here. The +1 is just how much contracts you have in the money, because it's in the money. If you look through the charting in the Options 101 tab, you could see all the vocabulary and you can learn what I'm saying. Please watch that first before you get to the next modules, or not watch that, but go through and read those and just know what everything means, before we get to the next modules, because that is very, very helpful. And then it shows you like your percentage gain. This is right here is how much you're making in money form. This right here is your profit for like, I think this is where it says the profit for the month or something like that. And then this is the profit loss of the day, profit loss open. So that's how much your contract is worth when it's open. It's very simple. And then here's a little video of how it looks when you're actually taking the trade. So right here you have your puts. Puts are when you think the market's going to go down. Vocabulary, please check it out. Calls is when you think the market's going to go up. These are this yellow line is at the money. This is where the price is at right now. Okay? So these contracts that are close to these, the highlighted ones are in the money. So those have already, like, that means that price is past 405. You understand? And price is past 405.78. If that makes sense. So these are your in the money contracts. These blue ones, I don't buy those because they're already in the money. The goal is to get it out of the money contract, and hopefully price moves enough to get it in the money. And that's when your contract becomes worth a lot more. And then right here, these are the strike prices. That vocabulary, check it out if you do not know what a strike price is. These are the prices that you hope the price will, these are the targets that you want price to get to. Once price gets to them, I love when price gets to them, because let's say I bought this contract right here, let's say I bought this 405, this would, if this was to come into the in the money section, it becomes worth way, way more. And as you can see, the in the money contracts are always more expensive. And when you sell it, that's you selling it at a premium. So you definitely want to get to that. You understand? And then the other ones that aren't highlighted, that's just out of the money contracts. The further away from this line right here, the more out the money the contract is. So I prefer to get the second one right here. So I always get the contract that's right here. And I usually click the ask price. Do not click the bid, because then it will like not go in all the way. That bidding is like bidding for something. You're basically saying I'll buy it but at this price, and you wait for it to get to that price before the order goes through. I don't do that. I buy it at what it's being sold at, the ask. So you definitely want to click that. And then I usually always buy this second one. I've been trading QQQ a lot, and it's great. I love QQQ. Any beginners that want cheap stocks to trade and just getting their feet wet, I suggest QQQ. And even if you're a big trader, you could buy so much more contracts, and they have the daily expiration. So these are the expiration dates, and they have the daily expiration, and those contracts have very good delta. So they go right into, not right into the money, but they accumulate percentages faster. So you get more money for the move, you know? And if you don't know the Greeks are very, very important. Go into the Discord, and there's a video linked for that too. Those things are very basic, and it's not really like something I feel like I need to explain to you guys. I just feel like if you watch those videos that I have linked in the free beginner resources, you will be good with all that. It's very simple, self-explanatory. Go through, read it, and you'll be good. Okay? I'm just here to explain the more complicated things, I guess, and the strategy and the charting stuff. So yeah, this is very, very simple. This is a video. I could play it for y'all just to see what I did. But this is what it looks like. So you're going to always look at the contracts, select your contract. That's a contract I would have took right there. And then it's going to tell you basically how much the cost of the trade is. Ooh, it went black. It's basically going to tell you, as if you're buying something, it will tell you how much it is, the market entry. I always take market entries because I want to get in right away. You can pick how many contracts you want. It's just basically like you're buying something. And then once you figure all that out, you could send the contract out. Obviously, I didn't send it because I wasn't trying to take that trade. But you could click send, review, and then, or review and then send. And then you're in the trade. You're officially either going to make money or you're going to lose it. Hopefully you make money. But it's very, very self-explanatory. Once you do it once, you'll know how to do it. Like, that's like the easiest way to do it. Once you get the app on your phone. So what I do is I enter on my phone. So I use all this TD Ameritrade stuff on my phone, and then I chart on the computer, which I'm going to show you how that looks. But yeah, so once you enter in your contract, you just watch and be prepared to exit. I always have my contract. So just like how I said, this is how it looks like when it's in the trade. If you click this square right here, a little thing will pop up and it will say like enter into the details or whatever it is. Or it will say close position. Once you click it, a close position button will pop up and you could click it. And I always have that screen where it says like review and then send. I always have the send screen open when I'm in a trade so that if I need to get out quick, I can just click it. Okay? Because it really becomes muscle memory. And once you really see how this works on your phone, you'll get used to it. But get familiar, go on TD Ameritrade, get on the app, play around with it. If you click the settings right here, it will ask you how many prices you want to see. I usually always have it on only 10. So this is 10 contracts or 10 strike prices. And that just makes it less. And I think it starts off at 10 by default, but if it doesn't, I suggest you do that too. But there's not much things you have to trade or change up in the settings. And obviously on the main menu, you can make it look however you want it to look and play around with that. But it's very simple. You just buying them and selling them. It's as if you're really just buying something online. It's just a little bit more numbers involved. And obviously the numbers, the way that they do their numbers on here, these numbers are always going to be in like 0.23, 0.29 values. But obviously when you click on it, like you saw in the video, it's going to be like, this is $29, $23, $9, $8, $4. You get it? It's just a different place value. But these would be like 200, 190, 169, 102, and you got it, right? Okay. So we can move on from that. Okay, so now let's go look at a chart so I could just kind of show you guys. I'm just going to kind of show you guys the tools that I use and kind of just how it looks and how to get to the charts and stuff. Not too much in this video. Just want to kind of do like a little intro, you know what I'm saying? So I have TD Ameritrade downloaded on my computer. I suggest you download it too because the website version be a little funky, but I have it downloaded. So this is what the homepage usually looks like. It will be just a whole bunch of stuff and you don't have to really worry about all that. You can come straight to super charts. And once you click that super chart, your chart will pop up. And this is what a chart looks like. If you've never seen a chart before, I'll explain everything probably in the next module when I talk about candles and everything. But these are candles and they're obviously, as you can see, red means it's selling, the price is going down, and green means that the price is going up. And I actually took this trade today and I took puts on it, and look at all that. That's like, it just was sliding down, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that clear price action, and we'll learn all about that. You don't even have to worry about it. We're going to learn all about that when it's time to get into that, but for now, this is kind of like the basics. So let me show you guys some of the tools that I use. So I love this line tool. I use it to create my levels, and the way that you can find it is if you come right here in the corner and you click the little arrow, it's going to be the horizontal ray. And I definitely tell you guys to play around with this and get familiar with it, because in the videos, I'm going to show you guys how to use a lot of strategies that involve that tool. And I think it's an amazing tool. You can also do a line all the way across if you click the horizontal ray, and it will do like a line all the way across. And you can obviously in the settings change it from dash line. You can even change the colors. And I have everything saved as a preset on how I like it. If you ever want to save something, all you have to do is click the settings for the line. Like if you're on this line, click settings. And then you can obviously, let's say I want to put text on it. I could put like bitch. And I can see. So my recording decided to stop. But like I said, you can make the line, write it, and write all that text. You can also use the boxing rectangle tool. I literally was talking for no reason, like, oh my gosh. You can also use the rectangle tool to make boxes. I definitely suggest that if you want a detailed tutorial to check out YouTube, because there's a lot of good ones that are really short and quick. I'm just going to show you guys what we use. And the boxing tool is literally, what is this? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tool down. This one's really important to make your zones and your, supply and demand zones and all that. There's a text tool if you want to write some things on the screen and it will pop up on your charts. And I think what else I talked about was trend lines. So right here we have the trend line tool, and you can obviously use that to make trend lines, and we'll talk about those later. And this tool is right here on the second box. All the line tools are here, so there's really nothing special about that, but I definitely use the trend tool a lot if I see a trend. And then these are our long and short risk to reward, square thingy majiggies. I just call them risk to reward calculators, basically. And if you wanted to take a long call, you would pick this one. And you can do, the bottom is your stop loss, and then the top is your profit target. And then for this one, it's the same way except opposite because it's for the shorts. And if you wanted to go short, you would do the stop loss. This would be your stop loss, and then obviously where you want the price to go and take profit. And then that's pretty self-explanatory. That's not something you have to use, or I probably won't use it much, but it's just something that you can use if you want to just see what your risk to reward is on a trade. Yours will probably be green and red. Mine is blue and black because I changed the colors and saved them like that. But you can definitely check that out. And then there's a whole bunch of other tools. And I'll get more into the tools when I do the actual modules for the strategies and actually go in and use some of them. But as for now, these are kind of like the basics. So the rectangle, the, what is this called again? What is it called? The horizontal ray, and then the trend line. That's really like the main thing we're going to be using, which isn't nothing crazy. It's nothing, extravagant. And then I think I already said this, but I'm going to say it again just in case. These are the indicator sections. These are our candlesticks. These are the Heikin Ashi candles. I don't use those. And then over here we have our time frames, and you can flip between them. And we'll talk about time frames and all that stuff later on. I'm going to do a whole module on that. And then over here to the right, we have our watch list for all the stocks that we trade. You can save yours on there when you figure out what stocks you like to trade and what works best for you. And then I think I already told you guys this, but I'm going to say it one more time. You can also add an alert if you wanted to get alerted when price hits a certain target or something. You can obviously have that so you can walk away from your computer. But obviously, don't ever walk away from a trade while you're in it. You want to watch your trades because you never know what can happen in a second. And I mean that with my whole heart. So always be wary of that. But that's pretty much it. I'm really mad because I spoke into the camera for like 20 minutes and it got completely nothing, so I have to do it again. So I just kind of wanted to speed through, but we're going to go through all this stuff again as we get into the actual modules. But I hope this was helpful. I hope it works for you guys. Obviously, I'm not trying to scare you guys from trading. It's really fun. I really enjoy doing it. It's a great opportunity for people who want to get out of their situations. And I believe in every single one of y'all. Y'all just got to believe in yourselves and believe that you can do it, and you actually can. So I'm going to leave y'all on that note. Like I said, if you're looking to join and you don't know yet or you're on the fence, I definitely suggest that there's not a lot of people out there who are giving you guys this detailed behind the scenes type of look without charging you a couple $100s. So I'm trying to make it affordable and also trying to give y'all that little, that tea. This is how the white man makes his money, and we deserve to know about it too. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely make sure you guys get through the modules, go to the beginner resources, and definitely watch all the videos and look at the vocabulary in there so that when you go through the modules, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to baby y'all because y'all is grown. So I'm not going to go through and read all that because that stuff is really self-explanatory. But if you just go through the vocabulary, read it a couple times, get familiar with the vocabulary. As you hear me say it, you'll get more familiar, but just try to brief through it. Watch the video on the Greeks for sure so that you know what they are. And then also definitely watch the TD Ameritrade video if you need help getting set up, because that video will help you get set up completely. And if you want a TradingView tutorial, I may link one inside of this modules tab on Discord. And yeah, if you have any questions, put them in the Discord chat. I might answer it. I probably will answer it, but if I'm not the quickest, someone else might beat me to it, and hopefully somebody can help you. But yeah, I'm so happy to have you guys in the community, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. And I hope that you guys really enjoy these modules because I'm putting a lot of time into it before I go back to school because I'm about to end break. So yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all here. I'm so sad that I had to repeat all of that, but Happy trading. And I hope y'all don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Don't do anything bad. Don't trade if you do not know how to trade. Please wait until you finish at least all the modules before you even touch a contract, because you do not want to take that L. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself, okay? Okay? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next module.